Hello and welcome to the St Mary's Stadium. As you can see behind me, just currently walking through the tunnel because at 5:30 kickoff today, Saints will be taking on West Ham United in the Premier League. I'm so glad you could join us for Saints Team News Live, and this is an exciting show. If you've never joined us before, let me first of all start by saying I'm Tom Deacon, filling in for Kenzie Bernardi. She can't be with us today, but she has told me that she is shouting very loudly, "Come on you Reds," from wherever she is right now. But this show is all about building up towards that team sheet read, where you will be the first to find out who is going to be starting for the mighty Saints today. And it's an important opportunity for you guys as well to get your comments in. So just below right now, leave us a little comment and I'll try and get through as many as I can throughout the show before 15 minutes time, so you know what to do. Things that you can comment about, what do you reckon the score is going to be today? Most importantly, who do you think should be starting in that 11? And also, what do you reckon for the atmosphere today? As you see, a couple of the West Ham players are walking past me right now. We are gearing up to the game, and as you can hear, a lot of Christmas songs in the background. So listen, actually, most importantly, where are you watching the game? There's so many Saints fans all around the world, so do let me know. For example, Chris Reynolds has already commented already. Thank you very much, Chris, for getting on board. He says, "Come on, you Reds." And Gary Bill says, "What's the team then?" Question mark. A little bit aggressive, Gary, but you know what happens with this show. Very shortly from now, I will be announcing that team lineup. Photographer going off there, no mucking about. Players left, right and centre. So, the last 3 games for the Saints, 2 wins and 1 loss. And the last match that happened on this hallowed turf at St Mary's was a 2-1 win for Saints versus Norwich City. Goals coming from Ryan Bertrand and, of course, that talisman, Mr. Danny Ings. I do apologise if you haven't seen the highlights and I've ruined who the goal scorers are, but you can watch the highlights right now.
Saints defending the Chapel End away to my left, attacking the northern end in this first half. 10 yards or so inside from the corner flag. In it comes right-footed to the near post and he flipped and it is in! That's exactly what happened! Saints have the lead against Norwich in this battle of third bottom versus second bottom. Then into Genepost, back, he's come in field, gets it, looks up from 20 yards, out and fires it just over the crossbar. Left foot curling shot, snapped it early, goes over. Krul was worried, 1-0. Another outswinger for Ward Prowse in front of those canary shirts. Out it goes. Krul stays on his line. Back post, 2-0. The flick on 6 yards out, and Ryan Bertrand popped up for a rare goal. And Saints do double their lead before half-time. Low ball in, flicked on by Bertrand this time. He'll get another chance to head it across the 6-yard area. Out it comes. Højbjerg told to shoot. Shoots, and it's tipped over by Krul. Classic 25-yard pile driver from Højbjerg, rising. Now, good ball through to Pukki. Then him here, Norwich on the left. Pukki in the 6-yard area brings Norwich back into the game. Just as we were saying about Saints being comfortable, and Timo Pukki bangs it, crashes it past McCarthy. Hernandez approaches the penalty area, goes to the byline. Looks to pick out a man. He does. The shot comes in, a second chance, and he's screwed it wide. Chance. Kevin Friend looks at his watch, and Southampton have back-to-back Premier League wins.
Wow, what a fantastic result that was for the Saints, picking up all 3 points against Norwich City. And I tell you what, Danny Ings just can't stop scoring. And of course, against Newcastle, managed to pick up another goal. Had a pretty dominant performance, did the Saints. Unfortunately, are not able to pick up any points. But if he scores again today, that'll be 6 consecutive games for Danny Ings. And that will level the record that James Beattie set 17 years ago today. So the thing is, do you reckon that Danny Ings will equal James Beattie's record? Leave us a little comment below. I got a few more comments in. Wendy Longland, thank you very much for getting on board and commenting. James Ball says a must-win game. I feel like we all agree as Saints fans, we want to pick up as many points as we possibly can. Also, maybe a little comment, what do you reckon the players chat about? Those West Ham players right now as they're just lining up, taking videos and getting on the gram. Listen, let us know what you think. Also, Daniel Hill says 3-1 win to Saints. What a great result that would be. Last time West Ham were here in the Premier League, last season, it finished 2-1. Felipe Anderson scoring both goals for West Ham. But importantly, Nathan Redmond was on the score sheet. So could he be getting another goal today? Let us know. James Brewer, thank you very much. You say a 1-1 draw. Come on, James. We can't be taking a draw at home. We can't. can't. But listen, at least we don't lose the game there. And Sammy Sen says, Ings hat-trick incoming. Thank you very much. I love your intel there, Sammy. And also, Claire McGonigal says, Danny Ings to score. Well, thank you very much, Claire. I totally agree with you. If he can manage to equal that amazing record set by James Beattie, that would be fantastic. Now, it is obviously getting near to the festive period, and I don't know about yourself, I'm still a few presents short from being sorted for it. Get yourself down to the Megastore, because shirts are for under £30 for the home kit, and also you can pick up a £5 gift voucher at the same time, so make sure you do that. In the meantime, let's have a bit of festivity feelings, because I don't know if you know, but the Saints Foundation do incredible work around the South Coast, and this should give us a little bit more of that festive good feeling.
Oh, that's lovely, Dan. You did this all yourself. You're a very clever boy. That's very nicely done.
Right, so guys, today you're going to be making some Christmas cards from very, very special people that we work with who go to the Saints Foundation Senior Saints Programme, but also you're very lonely at Christmas time. So what you guys are going to do is something really special for them and make Christmas cards, deliver it to them as well, so they have a really nice Christmas, a nice little gift from someone nice.
Morning everyone, thank you for all those that made the Christmas effort. Loving the jumpers and hats, very nice.
What have you got?
I've got Pat. Her favourite memory was her father gave her a dolly. Her favourite song is Little Town of Bethlehem. What I know is Christmas isn't all about presents. It's about spending time with your family. Josh, can I please have the green?
Let's go, pick it up. Step it out. Take the feet wide. Okay, we've got some very special guests here today to see you.
Father Christmas? Has he got a name? He's just
Elfie.
Elfie the elf. That's a good one, isn't it?
Surprised and very happy. I think it's lovely for the little ones to integrate with the old ones. Zoe, your husband died, but this card will cheer you up. Oh, lovely, dear. And he died near Christmas too, bringing a tear to my eye, love.
It made them happy and Christmassy for them to have a car.
Lily.
Hello, Lily. How are you doing?
This is for you.
Oh, thank you very much.
It made me really happy because they were really kind.
It's all done by hand, and that is the personal touch, isn't it? And I think that is really, really nice.
Welcome back. So yes, the Saints Foundation doing incredible work around the South Coast. I've moved over to the away section, not to put bad vibes in this area, just to try and avoid the fact that they're watering the pitch right now. So if that was one of your questions, are they going to water the pitch, Tom? Yes, they are doing that right now. I'm going to stand up actually and move back because I think it's safe now. So listen, don't forget to get your comments in throughout the show. Moments away from telling you the starting 11 for the Saints today. Who should be starting? Let me know. I've had some fantastic comments. Fern Hunter, of course, you're watching from the Midlands. Thank you very much for tuning in today. And Kevin Reed says 3-1 win to Saints. So quite a few of you saying that 3-1 prediction today. Would you like to see Buffel possibly start in that starting 11? Obviously, he had a bit of a toe injury and has been on the bench, but come on as a sub. Would it be better for us if he started today? Ralph hasn't wanted to change the lineup too much, keeping Danny Ings, Shane Long up front with Gineppo, and on the wing Redmond with Højbjerg and James Ward-Prowse in the middle, Bednarak and Stevens in the centre-back partnership, and Alex McCarthy in goal with Cedric Suarez and of course Ryan Bertrand on the left. Now, will it be a 2-1 win for Saints today? Mark Lawrenson from BBC reckons it will be a 2-1 win for the Saints. David Baddiel, comedian and author, is going against him on that website today. He reckons 2-2. So let's ignore that one. We'll also need to point out today, is Danny Ings going to get a few more goals today? Loads of you saying he is going to get there. Perfect timing. That is why you get a hood. Don't forget to get down to the Megastore to make sure you can get yourself a little coat. Perfect. Actually, that's refreshing. if anything. Stuart Todd says, watching from Ohio. So well done to him. Everyone's getting a bit wet down here. But it's good to see down at the St Mary's a few smiles. If you are coming on down, bring that smile. Let's get that good atmosphere going, because, of course, before the Norwich game, it was a 2-1 win against Watford. And what a free kick from James Ward-Prowse. St Mary's was rocking after that. Richard Hall says, watching from Saint-Poix, I believe I'm pronouncing that right, from Normandy in France. Well, merci beaucoup, ça va? Oh, obviously, I'll have to wait till you comment back. And also, Daniel Tressida says, come on, Danny Ings, need a FIFA 20 special card for the Saints. Indeed. Oh, and don't forget, you can, of course, get involved with Saints and maybe represent them. But right, let's hear from Ralph Hasenhüttl, the manager.
Monday recovery, Tuesday off. And yesterday the first session to prepare in a short week for the Saturday game, important game for us. And yeah, the team news so far is okay. Jan Valery is out with a viral infection for longer, but Stu Armstrong is back. Sofian has still problems with his toe. Yeah, cannot train without injection, and yeah, not perfect, but the rest of the team is in a good mode. I think they managed their 3 games very well, and now we can prepare for the weekend.
Is Sofian still an option to be included in the squad even when he's not training?
Yeah, normally yes, because he has so much quality that he can handle this. But the longer it takes without training, the more difficult it gets, because we speak about Premier League games, and therefore you need to have training also, because otherwise we could stay at home the whole week and then play on the weekend. It's not possible. So also for him, it's time to come back on the training ground also, but in a moment it's not possible.
Back at St Mary's, where you've won your last 2 games now, how does that change the kind of mindset and the mood and the confidence of your players playing at home since maybe a couple of weeks ago?
Yeah, this is history. This was important for us to show ourselves that we can win their game. But it's not enough to know that we can do it. We have to show it once again. And the team is in a moment in a better shape. I think we played also in Newcastle a good game, but in the end didn't take a point. So we must when we are once in the lead have a better game management. And I think in the first 60 minutes were extremely good. In the last game, one of our best away games so far this season. The team was really following the plan and had a good intent in the game. Good balance of taking risk or playing behind or creating chances. Maybe we could score more in the first 60 minutes, but in the end it was a good start from us in this game. But in the end, without point, so sure a little bit of disappointing, and we must find back to the winning track.
Well, there you go. You can see Saints fans beginning to get into the St Mary's ahead of this kickoff at 5:30. Great to hear from manager Ralph Hasenhüttl ahead of the kickoff. So the Saints lineup is coming very, very shortly. Read some more of your comments, guys. Listen, so much emphasis and good vibes coming in the Saints' way. Obviously, Manuel Pellegrini, you might have just seen, I was just sat down in his seat. He feels like he is definitely on the hot seat at the moment. He'll need to get that win, but we have to stop him. There's a Saints team. So let's get that lineup. Who's in the starting 11? Perfect. Well, welcome back then. Moments away from the game. Very excited about this. So let's give you that team sheet now. The starting 11 for Southampton. In goal, Alex McCarthy. Wing back on the left-hand side, it'll be Ryan Bertrand. On the right-hand side will be Cedric. And obviously your centre-back partnership will be Jack Stevens and Jan Bednarak. Then in midfield, we'll have Højbjerg, we'll have Ward-Prowse, and he'll be either side, Gineppo and Nathan Redmond. And then up front, it's that usual pairing, Shane Long and the man who has scored half of the Saints goals this season, Danny Ings up front. Subs will be in goal. Gunn will have Yoshida, Vestergaard, Che Adams, Romeo. Armstrong is back after being injured for the last couple of games, and Obafemi. That is the Saints lineup. Fantastic way to go out there. Consistency, and those guys know what they need to do, try and pick up those 3 points. West Ham, Dalmine, David Martin, Aaron Cresswell, Balbuena, Snodgrass, Noble, Formene, Ogbona, and Holler, and Fredericks are the lineup. Not so familiar with those teams. Antonio will also be in the team, and so will be Declan Rice. So there you go. Things are livening up now at St Mary's. Thank you so much for joining. I hope that's given you a little bit of optimism ahead of the game today. If you want to get the commentary, then go to southamptonfc.com. It's been an absolute pleasure filling in for Kenzie today. Fingers crossed for those 3 points. See you soon.